At least 4 National Executive Committee members have told News 24 that President Cyril Ramaphosa's faction is gunning for the party Secretary-General, AC Magashule. The party's ordinary NEC meeting takes place just before an NEC legislature intended to discuss the NC government's plans. These NEC members claim Magashule's camp is well aware of what is coming and is probably planning a counter-attack. Magashule has been at loggerheads with those close to Ramaphosa, even publicly, calling for party supporters to refrain from singing songs praising living party leaders. During a recent commemoration of struggle stalwart Walter Sisulu in the Free State, Magashule said, "Some within the RNC think themselves salient because of media promotion." Magashule's conduct during the elections also raised questions. During a rally in the Free State, Magashule accused some of using state resources to tap his phone. While Ramaphosa was courting white voters and businesses, Magashule went on a campaign rally in the Western Cape, stating that the party did not need white votes. This led to criticism from the party veterans, who called his statement inappropriate. His indiscretions continued during electioneering in the Western Cape, when he was seen handing a woman 400 rand during a party door-to-door campaign. Last week, the Sunday Times reported that the Western Cape NC head of elections, Ibrahim Rasool, said Magashule had a damaging effect on the party's campaign in the province. Seen as divisive, Magashule committed another error when he refused to give credit to Ramaphosa for having landed the party a win during the elections. This, despite head of elections, Fiki Lambulola's statement that without Ramaphosa, the party would have sunk below 40%. One NEC member told News 24 that they will call for Magashule to appear before the ANC's Integrity Commission over his statements. He also cited allegations of corruption, labelled against the Secretary-General, as detailed in the book, Gangster State, Unraveling AC Magashule's Web of Capture, by investigative journalist, Puerto Louis Mayabura. "One thing I can guarantee, on the 31st of May, there will be blood on the floor, but I can't guarantee an outcome. That guy must go. It definitely will not be easy, but he must go. We the dogs of war are ready. Us, the president's dogs. We just needed a signal, and we got it. It's time to clean up," said the NEC member. The insider, close to the president, said they plan to use NASREC resolutions against Magashule. Page 21 of those resolutions is very clear. It deals with the credibility and integrity of the party. It is also clear on what our approach should be when dealing with corruption. The resolution states that members accused of or reported to be involved in corrupt practice accounts to the Integrity Commission immediately or faces DC processes. The resolutions also adds that the NEC can summarily suspend people who fail to give an acceptable explanation or to voluntarily step down while facing disciplinary, investigative, or prosecutorial procedures. The source said even the deployment of former parliamentary chair of chairs, Nomvula Mokenyane, to the party headquarters had not been discussed. RNC spokesperson, Pulima Bay, announced last week that Mokenyane would be reassigned to Lutula House after she decided not to go to Parliament due to family considerations. That's not a thing, it's never been discussed. They know what's coming. I don't know how they will counter, but they know. A second RNC insider, also believed to be in a faction close to Ramaphosa, said the fight for the soul of the RNC needs to be managed at Lutula House. AC is consolidating at Lutula House. Nomvula is going to the headquarters, and more of his people expected to join him. It's a mess. It's a mess that is already playing itself out in public. The president can't convince South Africans he is cleaning up if the person in charge of the NC is covered in mud, he needs to be suspended, and we have the numbers. The insider said discussions around Magashule's future were a matter of urgency, adding that they had intended to raise the subject during the last special NEC in Cape Town. However, the NEC had other pressing matters, including those flagged by the Integrity Commission. The committee was roped by the NEC to vet its national and provincial lists. Among those flagged were the Deputy President, David Mabuza, and Party Chair, Gwede Mantashe, sources told News 24. A provincial leader said he anticipated a blame game during the next NEC meeting. The source said Magashule will not be removed immediately, as the party will need to follow all processes. The fault lines will be clearer after cabinet, the source said. He added that to prevent this, Ramaphosa needs to gradually decrease the size of his cabinet. However, he said this may be difficult. A fourth source in the NEC said, while he doesn't think Magashule will disappear after the NEC meeting, he was living on borrowed time. Ideally, it would have been good for the organization to have Comrade Senzo Mchunu and Zizi Kodwa in Johannesburg. They wanted Parliament. Can you imagine branches that would be cooked in that office? You can't be a president without a credible and loyal Secretary General. You need to trust that whomever is at the House is doing the job correctly. We all know what needs to be done. If not the National Prosecuting Authority, it must be the elders and us who make the call. He added that the NEC will need to follow the rules of the party's constitution. It needs to be done strategically. All party processes must be followed, or we will be seen as bullies. The NEC can't be seen to be pushing people out because they have dissenting views. This would damage the party. Strong evidence needs to be presented. I think there is strong evidence. Please check in the description box below for the links to the sources of this report. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe.